live in the building today, all right? Blessings and love from above. Blessings and love. Tune in, turn up, tap in. Everybody tapped in with me. Walking in love and encouragement. And most importantly, understanding, all right? Waiting on everybody to tap in. Throw up a little quick prayer today. And ask God to continue to guide us and keep us. And we're never selling our soul on any means necessary. All right? So, love, peace, blessings, understanding, and let's get it. All right? All right. Tune in, turn up, and let's get rolling. All right? We send all love, praise to the Most High God for all the blessings that He has given us on this wonderful day. Let us not turn to the wicked and evil ways. Let us stay focused on the things we need to stay focused on. Let us continue to fight the spirit of lust and continue to fight against the things that's holding us back and the things that's making us be destroyed. All right? So today's word is on the spirit of lust, fighting the spirit of lust. A lot of us, we often focus on lust, and we also often say to ourselves that lust is just a sexual thing. But in reality, lust is whatever that you crave and you desire so much that you're willing to let go of your sense of being, your sense of morality. That's what lust is. So a lot of us are lusting over things that we know are not good for us, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whatever it is that you're lusting after. We have to focus on and understand what the spirit of lust is. I think the spirit of lust is one of the biggest issues that we have in our lives, and we don't understand that we're fighting that issue. On a day-to-day basis, we constantly want more. We constantly want things. We constantly want this. We constantly want that. Not understanding that the things that we have, we never see it as good enough, is because we're dealing with a spirit of lust. And a lot of us don't recognize the spirit of lust just because we're not having sex or we're not focusing on things that are bad. But if you look at it, if you put too much time, too much effort, and too much energy into anything, that thing will ultimately kill you down the line. Whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's commitment, anything that you need, anything that you desire, if you constantly crave it, if you constantly desire it down the line, it will cause you much pain, much grief, and much agony. So that's what today's word is, fighting the spirit of lust, and that's what we're doing today. We're going to fight against the spirit of lust, and we're not going to allow that spirit to overtake our lives and overtake our minds, all right? Okay, we're going to start off with prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for love. We thank you for blessings. We thank you for peace. We allow you to work in our lives. We allow you to continue to guide us, continue to press us forward to the place we need to be and to the area we need to be. And we thank you, Lord, for your love, your life, and all of the above. In your name we pray, shalom. All right, how many of you all out there on a day-to-day basis just want to have something? Like, you want to have something so bad that you're willing to give everything you got just to get it. How many of you all out there that's willing to sacrifice everything you ever had just to have that thing that you want? This is what it means to fight against the spirit of lust. Because a lot of us don't understand that that spirit of lust that we're fighting, we confuse it with ambition. Because ambition and lust is so similar. It's two similar things. So we confuse it often with that. And then we need to understand that the spirit of lust can lead us down a downward spiral, which means anything that we do, anything that we focus on, we will be so consumed in it that it will strip us away from the thing that we have currently. You say, Moses, what you mean? Okay, if I want to buy something and I'm focusing on buying some clothes and I'm so desiring buying these clothes and these clothes are so desirable to me, I'm willing to forget about the clothes I have in order to get new clothes. Same thing in life. A lot of us are so willing to forget about the relationships we've built to get new relationships. And this is what lust does. Lust creeps in our lives without us knowing. We so focus on obtaining something that we can't see what we have in front of us. So that's why it's important to fight the spirit of lust and not allow the spirit of lust to take over your mind and your body, because once it has taken over you, you will never be grateful. You will never be satisfied. You will always have these cravings for wanting more, more, and more. And some of us don't think, like I said, we're fighting the spirit of lust because we're not having sex with all these people, because we're not in strip clubs, because we're not watching pornography. But lust is beyond a sexual desire. Lust is any desire that you desire so much that you're willing to sacrifice everything you got to get it. So let us open our eyes and pay attention. All right. All right, so I'm going to break down the definition of lust. The definition of lust is a strong sexual desire, because a lot of us fight the spirit of lust. And I'd like to thank everybody out there who sent me a Cash App last week. I posted my Cash App on the TikTok Live, so y'all can go ahead and send me a Cash App donation. I appreciate everybody last week who sent me some, and I pray that God continue to bless y'all as I'm continuing to be a blessing to you. Okay. The spirit of lust is a very strong sexual desire. It's a very powerful feeling of wanting something. Like you want something so bad. That's what the spirit of lust is. And I know a lot of y'all out there feel like, man, if I want something, I should desire something. I should want to have something. I should want to gain something. I should want to strive and achieve something. But when that feeling of ambition has taken power over you, it becomes lust. When that feeling that you have to gain something, to get something, has taken control over you, it becomes lust. And a lot of us truly don't understand that the lust that we feel today is the outcome of our lives. Lust that we felt yesterday is the outcome of our lives today. We wanted something so bad that we did what we had to do to get it. Now we're in this state right now. Now we're confused. We're wondering why we're here. And that's what I want you to understand today, that lust is beyond a sexual desire. Lust is beyond a romantic desire. Lust is anything that you're willing to do that takes control over you, where no matter what you do, you want that thing. All right? So lust is the strong desire to do or achieve something. Well, lust is a powerful feeling of wanting something. Ambition is a strong desire to achieve something, typically requiring determination and hard work. That's what I'm telling you today. There's a thin line between lust and ambition. When you are ambitious, you want something, you're striving for something, you're working for something, but you got to understand that lust will take control over you. When that spirit of ambition has taken control over you, well, that's all you think about. That has become lust. And that's what I want to explain to you today. The fighting the spirit of lust that's one of the main things we've been fighting throughout our lives, but we haven't yet been able to pinpoint the thing we've been fighting. We think we've been fighting low self-esteem. We think we've been fighting fear. We think we've been fighting our ex. We think we've been fighting uncertainty. We think we've been fighting generational curses, but this whole time we've been fighting lust. Due to the lust of you wanting to be accepted, you're willing to take whatever somebody gives you, right? Because you're lusting after validation and acceptance, you're willing to take whatever someone gives you. This is what I want to explain to you today. You're fighting a spirit of lust. This is the strongest spirit that we've been fighting since we have been created. That's what you truly got to understand. That the spirit of lust is something that can take control over your life and will make you blinded where you can't see past what's in front of you. Okay? All right, so like I said, the spirit of lust is the strong sexual desire, a very strong feeling of wanting something. That's what spirit of lust is. The meaning lust comes from the word lustus, which is an Old Saxon, Old Phrygian word, which means desire, appetite, inclination, pleasure, sensuous appetite. It also comes from the word las, which means eager, unruly. What you got to understand is when you're lusting for something, you have a strong appetite for it. You crave it. All you can think about is the thing that you're wanting. So when does your ambition turns into lust to the point that you forget about your family, your morals, your future, your path, your destination? When will you allow God to come over and take over your life before you constantly want to play the role as God? You look at the story of Adam and Eve when they was in the garden and they ate the fruit, and even though they had everything that they needed in that garden, the desire, the need, the feeling of wanting more caused them to lose everything that they had. And this is what I want to explain to you all today, that it's nothing wrong with being ambitious. It's nothing wrong with going after certain things. But when that ambition has taken over your mind and has control over your actions and your thoughts and your well-being, that has become lust. And ultimately that will cause you to lose everything you got trying to chase something that you don't have. All right? Ashley, good day, blessed. We tapped in. We tuned in and turned up. Yes, ma'am. We tuned in and turned up on this blessed day. All right? So again, that's what lust means. Lust is a strong sexual desire, a powerful feeling of wanting something. Ambition can turn into lust if you allow that ambition to take control over your mind and your heart, all right? Okay, so the next word we're going to look into is the word lost. Rise and grind. We up at it. Bless. The next word we're going to look into is lost. And lost means not knowing where you are, or not knowing how to get to a place. If something is lost, no one knows where it is. It's funny because the word lost and the word lust only has one different letter in it. The word lust is L-U-S-T. The word lost is L-O-S-T. So when you sit back and understand that when you're in lust, you're lost because you're seeking something that you can't find. That's why you're constantly seeking after it. When you're constantly seeking acceptance, when you're constantly seeking love, when you're constantly seeking money, when you're constantly seeking a new house, a new job, the reason why you're looking for it is because you have yet to find it. That's why the word lust and loss goes hand in hand. So if you feel lost today in your life right now, it's not really the fact that you're lost. It's the fact that lust has taken over your mind to the point where you're trying to find something that you don't have. And it don't matter how you go find it. See, a lot of people feel confused, just like me. I felt confused. I don't know which way to go. I don't know where to go, which way to turn. I don't know what decisions to make. The reason why I feel lost is because the lust of my mind, the lust of my eyes, the lust of my feelings, the lust of my ambition has taken over me to the point where I feel lost if I'm not where I want to be. But in reality, I could be exactly where I'm supposed to be, but because I'm caught up in lust, I feel lost, like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I don't know if you gather what I'm saying. That's why I want you to clearly focus on the difference in your life and understand why you're struggling with the things you're struggling with. It's not because you have low self-esteem. It's not because you're lost. It's because you're living a life full of lust, wanting more and more and more and more. And you're willing to sacrifice anything to get that. Even if it means your family, even if it means your marriage, even if it means your sanity, you're willing to sacrifice anything that you can to get the things that you desire so much. All right. The next word we're going to use is list, the word list. All right. List is a number of connected items or names written or printed consecutively, typically one below the other. Like, you know, when you make a list, you write a whole bunch of words and categories. That's what a list means. So when we look at the word lust, we look at the word lost, we look at the word list. These are letters. These words have one letter different from each one of these words. Lust is L-U-S-T. Lost is L-O-S-T. List is L-I-S-T. When you're lost, it's because you're living your life in lust. You want more. You want what you want under any means necessary. Even if it means losing what you currently have, you want it so bad that you're willing to sacrifice everything you got to get something you're not even sure of. You take the word lust, you take the word lost, you take the word list. You got I-O-U. Sibria, what's happening? Sibria, what you over there in Africa? Bless you. You take the word lust, you take the word lost, you take the word list. You take that letter that's different in each one of those words. You got I-O-U. List is L-I-S-T. Lost is L-O-S-T. And lust is L-U-S-T. So living a life surrounded by lust will cause you to be lost. Therefore, it will cause you to constantly create a list of things that you want and desire. And at the end of your life, you're going to get nothing but an IOU, because you will never find what you're looking for. You will never get what you put your determination and time into if you pay attention to what I'm really saying to you. To walk in lust is to be lost. And to walk in lust is to continue to make a list of things that you feel like you need. But again, list, L-I-S-T, lost, L-O-S-T, lust, L-U-S-T. Those three letters are different, I-O-U. So what I realized in life, that as I sought after my lust and my desires in my life, all I end up getting was an IOU. How many of you all out there the same way? Throughout your life, you've been seeking things. You've been seeking relationships. You've been seeking love. You've been seeking a job. You've been seeking money. You've been putting determination and hard work in. And all you really got was maybe next time. The lust of your eyes, the lust of your flesh will get you nothing but an IOU. And that's what I really want y'all to understand out here in this world today. Chasing the things that the world tell you that you need will never get you what you truly need. All right. So we're going to read a few scriptures today and tap in on this lust thing, because we just chilling out today. Ain't nothing too major. We just kicking sauce today. And I wanted everybody to understand that lust isn't just a sexual thing. A lot of people feel like they dealing with a lust demon just because of sex, or what they not dealing with a lust demon because of sex, or somebody who is having a lot of sex, they dealing with a lust demon. But in reality, the spirit of lust has so many different faces that you could be dealing with a spirit of lust just because you go to church every Sunday and want to be seen. You could be dealing with a spirit of lust just because you're willing to sacrifice your marriage to get the things you want. You could be dealing with a spirit of lust so bad that you're willing to put your feelings to the side just to deal with this person who has showed you that they don't want you in their life. So at the end of the day, you got to pay close attention to the spirit that you're dealing with in order to focus on the things you need to focus on to get rid of that spirit. You wonder why you don't have what you desire. You wonder why you don't have the life that you want. The reason why you don't have it is because you're lusting and constantly looking for more when the thing that you have is exactly what you need. I used to be guilty of that. I spent my life chasing money, chasing fame, chasing fortune. I'll be in a relationship with a woman, And I'm looking for more women, because this woman ain't, I feel like she don't satisfy me the way I need to be satisfied. It's not even sexually though. It's just emotionally, or the support I need. So I'm looking for other women. End up losing the thing that I had, trying to find something that I thought I wanted and needed, but when I found it, it wasn't what I thought it was. And that's what lust does. Lust confuses you. Lust will have you lost, constantly making a list. At the end of life, at the end of life, at the end of your life, at the end of my life, we're going to get an IOU. And all the things we desired, all the things we worked for, all the things we focused on, you know what we're going to end up getting? A big note that say IOU. You spent 40, 50 years of your life chasing something just to die, just to be unalived, and not even receive what you've been chasing. There's many people out there that have been working all their life. I know my father was telling me about somebody the other day. He was working, I think 30 years. And he passed away a year after he retired. His whole life, he was working towards getting this, retirement. And God bless his soul and his family. His whole life, he was working towards getting his retirement, getting his pension, living his life free, living his life not working and receiving the benefits he worked for. But he passed away a year after working 30 some odd years. Jamie said that happened to her uncle too. That's what I'm saying. Latoya Jackson, do you have children, brother? Are you Latoya Jackson from Jackson 5? If you Latoya Jackson from Jackson 5, no, I don't have kids, but I have one with you. Like I say, man, salute. I had to throw a little joke in there. But like I'm saying, at the end of the day, I want y'all to understand that you have to really understand that focusing on something that you're locked in on so bad will cause you to lose the very thing you've been chasing. That's what you really got to understand, truly understand. And you have to really focus on the things that God is trying to show you. And we're going to use another example, Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant played basketball for what, 15, 20 years. He was regarded as one of the greats. He retired. He had so much ambition for himself. He had so much things he wanted to do after retirement. He put in so much work into the NBA, into his craft, into his career, that he sacrificed his life, his family. He sacrificed his relationships. He sacrificed a relationship with his mother and father, with his sisters, his siblings, his friends, to obtain this thing, and was unalived a few years later after he retired. At the end of the day, lust of your eyes, lust of your flesh at the end of your life will get you nothing but an IOU. And many more examples I can give you of people who worked all their life to get something, to achieve something, and passed away without achieving it, and with sacrificing everything in their life they shoulda, took the time out to enjoy. I don't want that to be me. You shouldn't want that to be you. At the end of the day, when you live in a life full of lust, you will be lost. And when you're lost, you're going to continue to make a list of things trying to find your way to get to where you need to go. The word lust, the word lost, the word list only have one letter different in each word. List, L-I-S-T. Lost, L-O-S-T. Lust, L-U-S-T. List is I, lost is O, lust is you. You live a life of lust, at the end of your life, you will get nothing but a what? I-O-U. And that's what I really want y'all to understand today, that focusing on things that the world tell you that you need, and the desires that the world is telling you that you should want, will get you nothing but unalived without achieving it. I don't know nobody in this world who was so focused on obtaining something that they actually reached the goal that they was really trying to achieve. But the people who was achieving righteousness, happiness, fulfillment, people who was living life for their family, living life just trying to be helpful to somebody, living life trying to change society, those people actually lived a better life than those trying to obtain physical things and monetary things. Me being a person that felt like I had to make money to help my family, make money to help myself, make money to move forward, I always was focused on making the money. I was focused on getting to the money, solving the problem, taking care of the situation. Hindsight, looking back at my life, look how much opportunity I missed out on trying to gain new opportunity. Look how much time I missed with the woman I loved, trying to get something that the world told me I needed. I was having a talk with my former spouse. I call her my former spouse. I had to talk to one of my former spouses. So she said, she used to live in an efficiency. And this one I had a little situation to myself. So she stayed in the efficiency because she had to get out of place. It was something real quick. We didn't have time to find a spot. She had to leave. And I was like, okay, cool. Let's get that and we'll figure out what we do. She told me, fast forward, she told me one of the happiest times in her life was when we was living in that efficiency. And then while I was in the efficiency, I was like, man, I'm going crazy. This place too small, man. I feel claustrophobic in here. But she told me that one of the happiest times in her life was living in that efficiency. Little did I know, I didn't take the time out to pay attention to my surroundings. I was so focused on what the world told me I needed that I didn't take time out to be grateful for where I was. Because of the lust of my flesh, the lust of my eyes. That's what I'm here today to tell you, that stop operating in lust and start operating in love. Stop operating in lust, because lust will cause you to be lost every single day. And I want you to really focus on that every day of your life. You keep allowing lust to take over you, you will continue to be searching a life that will not get you where you need to be. And that's what I really want y'all to understand on today. And that's what I really want to focus on today, just the lust, man. Lust, like, we only talk about lust like it's a sex thing, but lust is more than a sex thing. Lust is anything that takes over your life where you're willing to sacrifice what you have to gain something you're not sure of. Is that job really worth your sanity? You trying to obtain physical and financial success, is that worth your marriage? Is that worth your relationship with your kids? Is that worth your relationship with your husband, your wife, your friends? The lust of this world, man, I'm trying to tell you, the lust of this world will have you doing all kinds of things that you never thought you would do, trying to get something that you're not sure about. That's why you really got to focus on the things that God is trying to show you, man, before it's too late. Take Kobe Bryant as an example, man. Salute Kobe Bryant, but take him as an example. Look at his life. Kobe Bryant, if y'all don't know, Kobe Bryant caught an R charge. Back in the day, he had caught an R charge. Whether he guilty or not guilty, I don't know. But what I'm saying is, the lust of your flesh will cause you to be in positions and situations that you're not supposed to be in. Wanting something so bad will cause you to go out there and R somebody. Wanting something so bad will cause you to do something with this little child. Once you allow lust to take over your mind and your life, you will end up doing things that is inhumane. This man worked his whole life to get to a certain point. thought he got there, and then was unalived a few years after he retired. Now somebody else is benefiting off his fortune. Now somebody else is living a life that he always wanted to live. The money that he had, the success that he had was passed down to his wife and many other people that's still benefiting off him till this day. For all the sacrifices he made, what did he get in return? An early grave. You truly got to understand the difference, man, between what the world tell you that you need and what you really need, because at the end of the day, lust will cause you to be lost, and lust will constantly cause you to make a list of things that you desire and that you want. But all it's going to get you is an IOU at the end. All lust is going to get you at the end is a shoulda, coulda, woulda. That's all. At the end, nobody will say, I should have spent more time at work. That's real. Jamie say, at the end, nobody going to say, man, I should have went to work more. I should have made more money. When you're on that hospital bed and you almost out of here, nobody going to be like, man, I should have worked more. I should have dedicated more time to work. Nobody going to be thinking about that. When I was, in September 12th, I was in the hospital. I had a massive stroke. When I was sitting in that stroke bed, I wasn't thinking about my Suburban. I wasn't thinking about no woman. Maybe I was thinking about a woman. Who knows? Because the nurse, she looked kind of good. But I wasn't really thinking about no woman like that. I wasn't really thinking about things like that. But in my mind, when I got home from the hospital, I looked around. I seen my jewelry. I seen my clothes. I seen my shoes. I said, wow. I almost got a check. I almost was in a place where I never saw or put these things on ever again. So what do these things really mean? I spent my whole life chasing a Rolex. I was looking on the dresser. I saw a Rolex, my Rolex on the dresser. I said to myself, I worked my whole life. I done lied, I done put down, I done hustled, I done grind, I done cheated, I done stole, I done did all these different things in my life to gain these things, just to be at a point where I would never wear this thing ever again. Lust will have you lost, and being lost will have you creating a list trying to find things that's going to help you. Lust will end you with an IOU at the end. Jamie says, I work, but I don't overwork anymore. Clock in and clock out. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Like, you got to go to work, do what you got to do, and then you got to get up out of there. Because you don't want that job that you're working to be the cause of your demise. Because you're lusting for approval, because you're lusting for money, because you're lusting for these things that we know that only God can truly provide for you. You lusting for it so much that that same job ended up killing you. That same job ended up discouraging you. I went to Atlanta a month ago. And when I went to Atlanta, I was so encouraged. I was like, man, I'm going to Atlanta. I got a new business opportunity. I was very encouraged just to get there. And when things didn't work out and my friends wasn't linking up with me and people wasn't doing the right thing by me, I came back to Florida feeling very discouraged. I came back feeling very discouraged. And I'm like, hold on. When I went there, I was feeling great. Now I came back feeling discouraged because sometimes God telling you, bruh, the things you chasing is really hurting you and it's not helping you. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. So at the end of the day, you got to stay focused on the things that God wants you to focus on, okay? So again, lust, loss, list. Lust is L-U-S-T, loss is L-O-S-T, list is L-I-S-T. There's only one letter different in each. Lust means to desire something very strongly, sexually, and very powerful feeling of wanting something. To be lost is to not know where you are or how to get somewhere. If something is lost, no one knows where it is. To make a list is a connected item, a number of connected items or names written or printed consecutively, typically one below the other. So to lust will end you up with an IOU. List is spelled what? L-I-S-T. Lost is spelled L-O-S-T. Lust is spelled L-U-S-T. I-O-U. That's what I want you to pay close attention to. At the end of your life, you're not going to be thinking about nothing but, why didn't I practice more love and peace and understanding? So at the end of the day, you must really understand the truth behind everything and understand what the world is really trying to get you to do. The world is trying to get you to work so hard that you end up dying, being unalive before your time. That person that say they love you, but they take you through all these hoops and all these problems and all these issues, that person really doesn't really love you. But because you're lusting for acceptance, because you're lusting for validation, because you're lusting for position, just because you're lusting for a title, you're willing to deal with it. That's why you got to pay close attention to your life and pay real close attention to the things you're dealing with and what you got going on. Because if you don't, you're going to look up one day and be like, man, 40 years done went by. What did I do with my life? Chasing something that was never there in the end. Well, imagine living your whole life chasing after something, finally getting there, and when you get there, nothing there. Imagine that. Imagine being in a relationship with a woman or a man or a friend, and this whole time you got so much anticipation, you got so much excitement, you got so much positive thoughts or conclusions, just to years down the line find out that this thing is not working out. Imagine how you will feel. So God is telling you today, stop living your life in lust and start living your life in love. Make sure you love your life more than you lust after the things of this world. Make sure you focus more on your health before you focus more on that job that you're working on. Make sure you focus more on your peace and your happiness before you focus on that spouse or that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that husband, or that wife. Make sure you put your peace of mind even before your children. I know people don't like hearing that, but make sure you put your peace of your mind and your mind before your children. Make sure you put the peace in your mind before your parents. Because if you don't, you will end up losing your mind. And what's going to happen if you lose your mind? You're going to lose your kids too. What's going to happen if you lose your mind? You're going to lose your parents too. So before you focus so much on your children, before you focus so much on your job, before you focus so much on your parents, your situation, focus more on yourself and your mental health and your peace. Because once you have lost your job, you can get another one. You said, what? SMH. Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Pay attention, Barracuda, Cougar. Once you have lost your job, you can get another one. But once you have lost your mind, what happens there? Once you have lost that, once your husband has left you or that wife have left you, you can find another husband, find another wife. But once you have lost your mind, what happens then? You could lose your children today. Your children could pass away today. And you can go out there and have another child. But once you have lost your mind, DCF gonna come and take your children from you, right? So what I'm trying to today to tell you, now I'm not saying neglect your family, neglect your kids, but make sure you put your mind, your mental health before anything. Because love has to be before lust. Lusting the things of this world. You could be lusting for your children. Lust doesn't just mean sex. Lust means anything, any powerful feeling that you have that takes over your actions and your train of thought. So you lusting after your children so much that you end up losing your mind, you end up losing sleep. Therefore, you end up losing your life behind your kids, behind your family, behind your job. That's what I'm trying to tell you today. V-Love, what's happening? Good day, bless. That's what I'm telling you today, man. It's crazy when you think about it. It's crazy when you think about it. And you really got to really focus on these things, because if you don't pay attention to these things, you're going to constantly be lost and put in a position of being confused. That's what you really got to understand on today. Stop allowing this world and the desires of this world to cause you to lust. You're so caught up in lust that you're willing to override and overlook everything that God currently gave you. You want your kids to be so excellent and be so great that you're willing to lose your mind currently. You might not even live to see them be great because of all the stress you're putting yourself under. I'm having to check myself every day behind my son. That's what I'm trying to tell you. End of the day, I'm trying to listen to me, y'all, who just tapped in. The word lust, the word loss, the word list, all have 4 letters in them. The only different letter in lust, lost, and list is the I, the O, and U. List is spelled L-I-S-T. Lost is L-O-S-T. Lust is L-U-S-T. You take them letters out, what you get? I-O-U. Lusting after things of this world. What is your lusting after your kids to be successful? What is lusting after a house? Lusting after your job? Whatever you're lusting after, at the end of your life, you will get nothing but an I-O-U. You spent your whole life trying to get something, gain something, trying to prove something that at the end of your life, you end up getting nothing in return. That's why I'm here today to tell you, focus more on your peace and your happiness and your state of mind before you allow the things of this world to overtake you. Why do we allow society to tell us we're not a good parent just because we can't give our kids 20 gifts on Christmas? We lust. Why do we allow society to tell you I'm not a good man because I can't take my woman to Ruth Chris? Why do society tell you you're not a good woman just because what I want to say? I don't want to say nothing crazy. But why do we allow society to say you're not a good woman because you don't have this money, because you don't have this long hair, or you don't have a big butt, or you don't have big breasts? You're not a good woman. Why do we allow society to cause us to feel less than? So now we constantly lusting and chasing after something, not understand the thing that we chasing after really ain't what we want. Because now you got a BBL. Now you got silicone in your breasts. Now you got injection in your lips. Now that poison is circulating through your body. Now you got all kind of health issues trying to lust after the things of this world. 504 Virgo, what's happening? I'm just telling you, just even with these men out here, they tell you not a man because you can't have sex relations longer than 2 minutes. Longer than 1 minute. I tell a woman straight up. If I, when I used to be in sin with a woman and we doing our thing, if I finish before you, I tell her I won. It's a race to finish whoever finished first. I won. I'm winning all the time. You better finish. You better listen. Hey, I won. So at the end of the day, you better finish before me, boy, because we trying to get to whoever gets to that finish line first wins. So I'm telling you right now, I'm winning every time. Straight up. But what I'm saying is, for the men out here, you're taking these gas station pills. I don't mean to laugh, but you're taking gas station pills, trying to appease these women out here. You know how many men that caught strokes and heart attacks and died taking a gas station pill to be erected? and they're no longer here with us? That's what I want you to pay attention to, man. You're so busy focusing on the thing that the world tell you that you need in order to make you validated in this world that you're willing to sacrifice your health and your life for it. You're willing to catch a stroke and a heart attack trying to have sex with these different women and prove you're a big man. You're willing to show all the women that you're a baddie and that you're the baddest thing out here. You're willing to show all the women, all the men that you find that you go get. You're willing to get poison pumped in your backside and in your breasts just to make yourself look and feel validated. Chasing the lust after the eyes, chasing the lust after this world. Really? All right, so we're going to read Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. Love Child said there's always a natural way. Yeah, there's a natural way to keep, keep your sex thing up. But the problem is the natural way takes some time. And we're, like I said, with lust have you that power. Lust has so much control over us that with lust, we want it right now. We want what we want. So in order for me to get it right now, I got to take this pill. I got to get a BBL. I got to get these implants in my breast. I get it. Men even out there getting implants in they private area just to make themselves look like and feel like they reach the standard of what the world says. And this is the extent we're willing to go to because of lust. We're willing to put ourselves in positions to cause us to lose everything just to gain something we're not even sure of. That's why I stay focused on what God has for me. Sometimes I feel some kind of way sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, hey, I need more. I need this. I need that. I need it. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like I say, if I'm laying with women, whether I'm in, if I'm with my wife and I'm laying with my wife, when I get one, she better hurry up and finish before I do. Because baby girl, you better hurry up. Whoever finished, that's the winner. Whoever finished first is the one who won. And I'm going to win every time if you let me. All right, Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. It says, put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to your earthly nature. Sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is all idolatry. Listen to this. It says, put to death everything of your earthly nature, your physical nature, which is sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is all idolatry. Things that you love, things that you want so much, things that you worship and idolize is really idolatry. It's really something that you have to really focus on to not make your children an idol, to not make your job an idol, to not make your position an idol, to not make your body an idol, to not make sex an idol. These are things, money, an idol. We make these things God. Things that we want, so that house that you want, you're making it a God because you're willing to do anything to get it. That car, you're willing to do anything to get it. Your wife, you're making her an idol. You're making your kids an idol to the end at the end of the point. At the end of the day, you're worshiping something that cannot give you anything in return. All right. So we're going to read Romans. Let's do Romans. We're going to read Romans chapter 1, verse 21 and 25. And the reason why we read in Romans is because in Romans, yeah, that's my Cash App up there. Money sign King 7870. I appreciate everybody last week who sent me the Cash App, blessing the Cash App. Any Cash App that you send me, money sign King 7870, $King7870. It's in the bio for YouTube. I appreciate everybody that sent me the Cash App last week and the weeks before. I thank you. Right now we're shooting a movie. I'm going to use all the proceeds to go towards this movie that we're shooting. The movies that we're shooting are going to be faith-based movies on life situations, things that's going to bless people beyond what I'm talking about today. So all the proceeds are going to go towards shooting this film to give spirit and life to people. Since the pandemic, taking care of my spirit is the most important job. I'm telling you, man, that pandemic showed me something. That pandemic showed me something, man. That any given day, everything you're working for, everything you say you need and want could be taken from you any given day. The things that you chasing could be gone today with a snap of a finger. You working so hard for something. You're trying to position something so bad that any given day, those things could be gone. I don't know, man. It says, Romans chapter 1, verse 21 to 25. It says, yes, they knew God. They didn't respect nor honor him as God, nor give thanks to him. But their thinking became unsuccessful, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Even though they claimed to be wise, they became fools. And they exchanged the glory of the immortal God, the everlasting God. They exchanged it for images made to look like mortal human beings, birds, animals, and reptiles. Listen to what this is saying. This is saying that these people did not honor and reverence God. And they exchanged the glory and the power of the everlasting God for something that was made to look like something that is not everlasting. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all today. You're willing to give up something that you have currently for something you're not sure of. You're willing to give your current peace and happiness away for something you're not sure is going to bring you happiness and peace. You're willing to throw away this relationship that you've had, trying to chase trying to chase these women out here. You're trying to give your relationship up, right, that you have, trying to chase these dudes who got money and they ballers and they this and they that. Little do you know, once you get with them, now they beating on you. Now they done gave you an STD. Now they done put you in these situations. Now you got a baby. You think you got a baby by somebody with some money, just to find out once you had that baby, they don't want nothing to do with you or that baby. That's what today I'm trying to tell you. That's what lust do. Lust to have you thinking and desiring something so much, thinking that's what you need, till you finally get it and realize, man, this ain't what I thought it was. There is a saying that I always say. I say, all for nothing is a heck of a trade. You say, what that mean, man? Sacrificing all you have for nothing in return is a heck of a trade. Giving all you have for nothing in return is a heck of a trade. So today you got to make a choice what kind of life you want to live. You want to live a life constantly seeking something, live a life constantly chasing something. You want to live a life constantly trying to obtain something, or are you going to live a life focusing on your mental health, your spiritual health, your financial literacy? These are things that we need to be chasing after, not what the world say we need. It don't make you a good mother just because you could buy your kids all the Jordans. It don't make you a good father just because you can, you know what I'm saying, whatever. What makes you a good father is the fact that you're supportive and there for your children. You pray for your children. You encourage them. And you show them how to work hard and stay dedicated. What makes you a good mother is showing your daughter, showing your sons how to be men, how to be women. Nurturing, walking in love and peace. That's what makes you a good mother. See, oftentimes I used to think what made me a good son was bringing money into the house. What made me a good boyfriend, good dude, was helping people financially. Till I understood that helping people financially ultimately almost cost me my life and my freedom. Sitting behind bars for years, trying to help other people financially, end up almost costing me my freedom and my life. I had to really understand the difference between ambition and lust. And you're so ambitious that you end up crossing that line and lust end up taking over you. Okay? So this says, because of that, because people exchange the glory of God for the images made to look like human beings, basically idol worship. And many of you all out there are guilty of that. I'm guilty of that too. I want that car so bad. I want to make sure my nephews and nieces are where they need to be. I want to make sure that me and that woman is where we need to be. I want to make sure me and my friend, my business is where it needs to be. That I'm willing to sacrifice my peace and my sanity. How can God operate in my life if my life is filled with chaos, corruption, fear, doubt, arguments, uneasiness? How can God operate in your life and bring you anything? Some people call it manifestation, but I call it blessings. I call it deliverance. How can God deliver you and give you a breakthrough if you're constantly in situations that need fixing? How can God take you to the next level when you're constantly involving yourself in things from the past level? Virgo 504 said, I'm chasing peace and happiness. Godspeed, what he has for me shall find me. At the end of the day, that's cool too. But the scriptures say, you seek and you shall find. You got to be the one to get that. Happiness and peace is not going to come in any shape, form, or fashion. That's all the perspective. That's all the point of view. That's what I'm telling you, we've been programmed to say, I am at peace when I have this amount of money. I'm at peace when I'm living at this house. I had this peace when I got this significant other. I'm at peace or happy when I have these things. I'll be happy. But little do you know, once you get it, you realize happiness and peace is all a state of mind. It is not a physical thing. It's not something that can find you, but it's something that you must accept and find for yourself. In the midst of a situation, there's a story in the Bible. It's all subjective. Like I say, it's subjective. There's a story in the scripture. I'm going to give you a story in the scripture. And I love this story right here. It's a story of Jesus, Yahshua. They say that he was on a boat. And he was on that boat sleep. You know what I mean? He was sleep on the boat, you know, just chilling. He sleep. Snoring, you know what I mean? And the disciples was on the deck of the boat. And while the disciples on the deck of the boat, they panicking, they franticing, they panicking like it's a storm going on. So they panicking like, yo, what we gonna do? The boat shaking, the boat rocking, the boat shaking and boat rocking. They wondering what they gonna do. They was like, go get Jesus, because he was their leader. Go get Jesus. So they go down there. Jesus at the bottom of the boat where all the turbulence at. That's where all the turbulence, if you ever been on a boat, you know when that boat get to rocking, boy, hey, that's where all that turbulence at. They go down there and get Jesus. They shaking him, waking him up. Gee, wake up. It's a storm going on. We're going to drown. Wake up. They wake Jesus up. Morning, what's happening? Beauty plug, what's happening? They wake Jesus up. He gets up, right? He walks up to the deck of the boat. And it's a storm going on. He walks up to the deck of the boat and says to the waves and the water, wind and the water, peace be still. And it says the wind and the water was still. He went back down at the bottom of the boat and went to sleep. They said, who is this man where even the wind and the water obey him? This is what it truly means to have peace in the midst of the storm. Because there was like, how could he be asleep in the midst of this hurricane and the storm that's happening on his boat? How could he find rest in the midst of the storm? Because he knew the power that he had. How can you find rest in the midst of your storm you're dealing with right now? In the midst of the storm, he remained in peace and in calm and sleep in the midst of a storm that could have ended up killing him, but he had peace in his mind because of what? He understood the power that he held. Peace is all in your mind. There is nothing in your life that is more important than your peace. If Yahshua, Jesus, could be at sleep, dead sleep, knocked out, if he could be dead sleep while there's a storm going on in the ocean, why can't you find peace and rest in your current storm in your life? That's what I'm here today to tell you. Why do your situations or your circumstances dictate how you feel? Why do you constantly put yourself in a position waiting to find peace, waiting to find clarity, waiting to find happiness? Little do you know peace and happiness and all those other things is just waiting for you to accept it. So the day we understand what lust truly is and that we're fighting spirits of lust, that is why we're in the positions that we're in. We understand that lust, lost, and list are 4-letter words, and there's only one letter separating those 4 words. I-O-U. List is spelled L-I-S-T, lost is spelled L-O-S-T, and lust is spelled L-U-S-T. At the end of the day, lusting after things of this world would ultimately conclude you with an I-O-U. Everything you chase for in this world, you will never get. So stop running after it. I want you to start focusing on peace, happiness, security. Start focusing on building your mental health, your spiritual health, your emotional health, and then your financial health will come. What sense does it make to have millions of dollars? What is his name? Howard Hughes, if I'm not mistaken. He was a rich man, hundreds of millions of dollars, but he went insane. He lost his mind. What's the use of having hundreds of millions of dollars, but you mentally you're checked out? What's the use of having billions of dollars, but mentally you checked out? What you gonna do with that money when you're crazy? When you're talking to yourself and you grabbing stuff that ain't there? The most important thing in your life, other than losing your life, because even if you lose your life and your soul right, you're gonna go to another place, a better place when you leave. But the only thing in this world that the next valuable thing to your life is your mind. You lose your mind, it's all over for you. You lose your mind, it's all over for you. So ask yourself today, what's more important, your mind or that job? Ask yourself today, what's more important, your mind or them kids? Ask yourself what's more important, your mind or that car? Ask yourself what's more important, your mind or the goals you're trying to achieve. Because if I lose that car, I can always get another one. But if I lose my mind, I can't get another car. All right, so we're going to read 2 You know what? I'm gonna twist this up a little bit. I'm gonna twist this up. I was gonna read this 2 Peter, but I think I need to really focus on really you understanding this story in Ezekiel. I read the story in Ezekiel this morning. I never read this story before. In Ezekiel, I read the story. It says, let me tell you the story about two women. It was two women, one named Oholah and one named Oholiba. They had sons and daughters. Oholah was the oldest daughter, and she became a prostitute. And in Egypt, she was a prostitute in Egypt. She let the men fondle her breast. She was a prostitute in Egypt to the Assyrian and Babylonian men because she liked the men. They said the men were warriors. They had things, you know, they had position, they had status. So she ended up prostituting herself and obtaining these things, this money from these men, these positions from these men. That's what she was doing. And she was known through the city, you know, as a prostitute, selling herself, selling her body. She used to let since she was young, she used to let these men fill on her and do all these things. But the story says the same men that she prostituted herself for, because the Assyrian and the Babylonian men was actually her opposition. Like, because back then, you know, they had tribes, and you know, if you were a part of this tribe, you was opposition to this tribe. So the same men that she prostituted herself to, end up unaliving her and her children. They ended up unaliving her and her children. Her younger sister, who saw what her older sister did, ended up doing worse than even though she saw the outcome of her older sister's life, she ended up doing worse than her older sister did and prostituted herself to more men, to more different kind of men. She became even more corrupt, where she was chasing more things than her first sister did, even though she knew her first sister ended up losing her life and the life of her kids. Because of that, her punishment was worse than her sister's punishment. This is what I understand about my life. When I sit back and look at my life, I'm looking at Tupac. Tupac was somebody that I used to listen to growing up. You know, I used to listen to his music. And some of us is guilty of this. I used to listen to his music, feel like Tupac was, you know what I'm saying, real. Until the life that he was rapping about, I started to live, because I felt like, you know what, this is this gangster, you know, street life. This is how we supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? You got to put down. Till I seen where it got me. My partner's incarcerated. So my partner's passed away. You know what I'm saying? Some of the women I know got unalived, kidnapped. These things that I really, partners kidnapped, things I saw that, and I sat back and thought about it. Look what the demise of his life was. Why am I following after something when I'm seeing the demise of his life as I got older? And this is what I want y'all to understand, y'all. The lust of this world have you so confused and so lost that you end up chasing something even though you see the outcome of it. Even though you see the men that tells you to get all these women, you see how much they struggling with child support. You see how much they struggling with drama. See how much they struggling with pressure. But yet, you still out there trying to chase more hoes. You see the women out here struggling, raising these kids on their own. But yet, still you out there giving your body to all these different men. Lust of your flesh, lust of your eyes. You see all the women sitting inside of the AIDS and HIV clinic, but yet still you still out here having unprotected sex. You see all the men in the AIDS and HIV clinic, but still you out here having unprotected sex with any and everybody. Lust of your eyes. You see how many people sitting behind bars selling drugs, selling bricks, selling cocaine, selling weed, but yet and still you still out here trying to sell it. Even though you know the outcome of it, you still trying to do it. That's what I was guilty of. Sometimes I'm still guilty of that. That's what I want you to understand, that the lust will cause you to be lost. And lust will cause you to keep making a list of things that you feel like you need. Not understanding what you have is all you ever need and all you ever really wanted. So that's what I wanted to tune in with y'all today, because I think lust is something that we only equate to sexual things. But lust isn't just sexual things, man. Lust is a powerful feeling of anything you want so bad that you're willing to put everything else to the side just to get it. That's what lust is. So ask yourself, are you lusting for your children to be better? Are you sacrificing your peace of mind so your daughters and sons could be in a better position? Don't you understand once you have lost your mind, you cannot be a good parent to your kids? Are you sacrificing your mind just to make sure you stay on that job, stay on that team? Don't you understand once you have lost your mind, you're going to end up losing your job and your team and getting cut from that team anyway? I really want y'all to really understand what I'm trying to tell y'all today, that the lust will confuse you. Lust will have you lost. Like me and my family, we're moving. And once I move, I felt like once I move, my family helped them move, I'm going to find myself somewhere to live and be. Because I had my stroke last year, so I had to move with my family. I had a rough time last year, I had to move with my family. And helping them, even though I'm helping them, you know, put the financial thing together, helping put credit together, things together. Also, if you need your credit repair, make sure you contact me. DM me, we do credit repair as well. Or you need a vehicle, contact me. We sell cars too. But I'm trying to put things together, and I got to figure out where I need to go after I get them where they need to be. But the lust of me even trying to make sure my family was all right almost had me dead. Even though I want something so much, even though I want something good for somebody or something, you could want it so bad that it ends up causing bad in your life. At one point, do you say, hey, I got to put it in God's hands. I can't do this no more. Even though I want to move my family and go somewhere and do something, I had to understand that the lust of my flesh and my eyes, hey, bro, you got to get up and do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. I realized that the lust of my eyes, the lust of my flesh will cause me to be lost, seeking for something and never finding it. What if God's plan is for me to help my family? Is for me to be in this position to be a help to my family, but in my mind, I'm constantly thinking, I need to get out of here. I need to get with a woman. I need to do this. I need to get back to the money. I need to get back to this. What are you so much in a rush for? To finally get somewhere, and you get there and be like, man, I wish I should have stayed home. I want a woman so bad, you finally get one, man, I should have stayed single. You want a man so bad, finally get there, and then you find, man, I should have stayed single. That's what lust do. You got all these tattoos on your face. You got all these tattoos on your body. And then down the line, you look back at it, man, I shouldn't even got them tattoos. That's what lust do. Your eyes constantly telling you, you need more. You need this. You need that. You need this. You need that. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to be with her. You got to do that. That's what your mind is constantly telling you till it's never enough, till you constantly need more, 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 and more, and more. The other day, I was filling out an application to get some car repair done. I said, let me finance the car repair, because the mechanic fixed the car, but I think he didn't do something right, so it ended up causing me more money. So I just said, listen, I'm gonna just sell this car back to the auction, because I feel like he made a mistake. So I filled out the application, and I guess it was the wrong application. They was gonna give me a $3,000 loan. And I was like, okay, they owe me $3,000 loan. I'm gonna take that $3,000 loan for real. But the interest on it like $1,500, so I'm paying 50% interest for 2 years to pay back a $3,000 loan. But the new me had to sit back and think about it. Do I really need $3,000? See, this is the new me. The old me, I'm getting that $3,000. I'm getting $300, $300,000, $30,000. I'm getting it. But then I got to deal with the consequences later of having it. So the new me is like, do I need to take this $3,000? Do I really need it right now? Or do I need to pause on it and try to find what I can do with this $3,000 to make it to $6,000 so I can pay these people their money back? Or do I even want to pay back $1,500 of interest just to say I got $3,000 in my pocket? That's what I'm telling you what lust would do. Lust will tell you, hey, get that, you need that, get that, get that, get that. Lust never looks at the end result of something. Lust only thinks about satisfying yourself at this current moment. Lust never tell you to go get some sleep, go get some rest. You're stressing about these kids. You need to take your behind the bed. Lust won't tell you that. Lust will tell you, man, you got to stay up. Your kids ain't doing right. Your kid, you're not a good mother. You're not a good father. Lust will constantly tell you that you need to do more and more and more. Lust will never tell you to go in your room and go get some sleep. That's why I'm here today to tell you. Things you're focusing on, the life that you live in, is it really a life of blessing and love, or is it a life of lust and constantly needing more and wanting more in life? There's many people who live their whole life and they got a great name, they got a big name, you know what I mean? They celebrities, they're well known. But when that person on that deathbed, none of the things that they work for, none of the things that they strive for can save them. All the money you obtain today cannot save you when you're on your deathbed, on the live bed. All the things that you wanted out of life and strive for will not help you when you're in the point of a mental breakdown. These are the things that's most important. When I was in my hospital bed, September 12, 2024, suffering a massive stroke, and when I got out the stroke, I couldn't barely walk, I couldn't run, I couldn't breathe. Just breathing, I had to focus just to breathe. How many of y'all ever in your life had to think hard just to breathe? So I spent my whole life focusing and thinking on things that meant absolutely nothing when it came to that point. To the point where I used to focus so much on getting money, satisfying my woman, my body looking good. I used to think so much of these things. Now the same energy I put into getting money, satisfying a woman, now the same energy I got to use it just to breathe. Imagine walking 5 steps and can't breathe. Here's a man who used to run miles, play 4, 5, 6 basketball games back to back, work out in the gym. I'll be in the gym. I'm getting back there. Here's a man who used to be in the gym for hours, and I walk 5 steps and I can't breathe. That's what today I'm telling you, man. Everything you're doing in your life right now cannot save you because you don't know what's coming. So why spend your whole life trying to obtain something you're not sure of when you need to obtain something you are sure of? You are sure of mental health, that mental health is beneficial to you, right? You are sure that spiritual, emotional, and mental health is good for you, right? That's what you're sure of, right? So why are you spending your life chasing something that you're not sure of when you need to spend your life cultivating something that you are sure of? Did Linda say God spared your life to help other people? I think he did. I really think God spared me to help other people, but not just help other people. I think God spared my life to help me. Like, my life is important too. Like, helping other people, cool. I'm telling y'all that too. Like, people out there listening, helping other people, cool now. But you got a life to live too, baby girl. You got a life to live too, homeboy. Your life is just not, I told my father this the other day, your life, you weren't just created to be a servant to other people. You have a life that God wants you to live as well. A productive life that God wants you to live as well. So I want you to clearly understand that and focus on that and stop allowing people and things to take control of your life. And stop giving up everything you have to get something that you're unsure of. And that's what I really want y'all to focus on today. And just listen to what I'm saying, man, because like I said, lust is something that can take control, can sneak up on you. And we so used to thinking lust is just sex and romance and body parts. Till you understand lust is anything that's going to cause you to give up what you have to get something that you don't have. See, the reason why I love God is because God says in the scripture, when he blesses you and add no pain or no sorrow to it. Which means when God give you something, he's not going to take something else away. That's good for you. Like if it's good for you, he's just going to add on to what's good for you. But with the world, if you gain anything in this world that you want, that the world tell you you need and want, it's going to take the good away. Even though you got this new thing, you're going to have to start that all over again. I done watched women who were innocent and kind women or like goofy women. I watched them get BBLs and breast implants. And now they feel like now their whole attitude changed. Like you don't even know how to be a fine woman, a bad, like naturally beautiful woman. They don't really act like that. Like if you got enhanced beauty, you don't even know how to be fine for real. You don't even know how to be fine for real because you're so used to being mediocre and ugly that you done got some surgery. Now you don't even know how to carry yourself. I done seen women change their personality because they got plastic surgery. I done seen men flexing, feeling like they macho because they on steroids and taking and getting tattoos, bruh. Like it's crazy. It's crazy that the lust of this world will have your mind lost in circles. You taking all these steroids and got all these tattoos, and now you acting like you mean and you bad. All it takes is one bullet, knock all them tattoos off your skin, boy. One machete will chop all the muscles off your body, my G. And that's just what I want to tell y'all today. Lusting after things of this world had you lost and confused. Yeah, you got a BBL. Yeah, you got breasts. Yeah, you done sucked the stomach, the liposuction out your stomach. And you think that's going to get you what? Look how many women out there right now like that, still single, still getting abused, still getting mistreated, still getting lied to. You thinking that things of this world really going to give you the things that you want and desire and the acceptance that you want. You got another thing coming, boy. That's why today I'm telling you, man, stop allowing the world to trick you and deceive you and make you think, oh, look how many women out there got extensions and got wigs and they got makeup on. They look beautiful on Instagram, TikTok. They beautiful women. You admiring these women, and these women probably going through worse things than you. Same thing with you men. You looking at these men who got these houses, these cars, they got all these women, they got all this jewelry, they got all this stuff, they got all this stuff you see them have, and you want to be them so much when you don't even know what these guys got going on, what they got to do to get it. One day I went to the Botanica. Anybody who know what the Botanica is, that's the voodoo shop. So I was in the voodoo shop, and the reason why I was in the voodoo shop is because I was shooting a music video, and I wanted some things for the videos because I always speak against voodoo. I don't believe in voodoo. I think witchcraft and voodoo is not what God wants you to be doing. It manipulates. It is not God's will for your life. So anyway, I'm in a voodoo store, and I'm in a voodoo store, and this is during COVID. And I seen a Spanish girl walk in there. I mean, she no stomach. She had no stomach. She had them peaches back there, boy. Them peaches, them apples. kiwi, mango, whatever fruit you want to call it. She had them things sitting back there. She had her breast, breast sitting too. Tomatoes, watermelons, whatever you want to call it. She just looked like something down the grocery aisle, right? She looked like something going down aisle 6, right off. So I'm looking at her, like I was telling people, like her nails wasn't really done. Because when the women, they nails they need a fresh up. You see the fill-in. Like, you've seen a woman with nails and they need a little extra fill-in. So her nails wasn't really done. And she had a Louis Vuitton bag. And I'm looking at this woman like, dang, boy, this woman, yeah. So I'm just in the store. Look, I needed a woman for my music video. I'm in the store. Like, I'm going to talk to her for the music video. Not trying to holler at her or nothing, but for the music video. So she walks up to the man behind the cashier at the Botanica store. And she tell the man said, how can I help you today? She said, do you have any kind of oil or ointment or something you can give me to help me love myself? And I'm sitting in the store like, what? She's like, yeah, I need something to help me love myself, to give myself some self-esteem. And I'm sitting in the store like, this woman, and I'm saying in my mind, anybody looking at this woman, whether it's a woman or a man, would be looking at this woman like, she got her body done. She got this Louis Vuitton bag. I don't know if it's real or not, but she got this Louis Vuitton bag. She got her body done. And she's in the store asking for ointments and oils, voodoo oils and ointments to help her love herself. At that point in time, I said, man, I told myself this world ain't really what you think it is. Here's somebody with no stomach, butt done, breast done. Her nails wasn't done, but her body was done. And she's in a voodoo store looking for something to help her love herself. That's what lust will get you, lost. You're desiring something so much. She got her body done. She got all this stuff. You wanted something so bad. You finally got it, and you realize I hate myself even more, because now everybody that come your way only want one thing. So I end up talking to the girl, not hollering at her, talking to her, because I heard her, I'm trying to help. So I'm talking to her. Anybody know me? I like a woman nails to be done. It don't have to have polish on it. It could just be clean, no polish on it. But you can't come outside needing a fill-in. Like, come on. So I'm talking to her, and she says to me, her boyfriend, like, it was abusive, beating on her, calling her names, saying she ain't this, saying she ain't that. Here's a woman, like I said, here's a woman outside looking in. You would think that this woman had things going for her. You would think that this woman was, in a good position. Till I found out the woman was being abused, mistreated, downplayed, so much to the point where she's looking for a voodoo ritual just to help her love herself. Listen to what I'm telling y'all today. The things that you want, the things that you're chasing it so you're giving everything you got to get it. I promise you, once you get it, you're going to wish you never had it. That's why the scriptures say, you gave up the immortal God, the everlasting God. You gave up something that was permanent to get something that was temporary. Why do we keep making temporary decisions? Why do we keep making permanent decisions for temporary situations? And this is what I want to explain to you today. Lust is the power, is the power of wanting something so bad. To be lost is not knowing where you're at, not knowing where you're going. To create a list is generate a consecutive number of names and items to follow. Lust will have you lost, constantly creating lists in order to gain the thing you're searching for or the place you're trying to go. That's what lust will have you doing. How long? How long would you keep allowing lust to take control of your life? How long will lust keep allowing you to lose out what you have, trying to gain something that you're not sure of? The lust of your eyes, the lust of your flesh, the lust of what society told you that you needed so bad, but they don't tell you the outcome of it once you get it. You ever seen one of those medicine commercials? I'm gonna call it Lorcadox. Lorcadox, it helps. Lorcadox, it helps lower your blood pressure. Or Lorcadox, it helps with STDs and this and that. This and that. It tells you, show you people running in the park, and then it has this long thing at the end. Lorcadox can lead to high blood pressure. Lorcadox can lead to cancer. The kidney. Lorcadox can hurt you. It exemplifies and exclamates the good traits of it. But then when it comes to the side effects, they breeze through it so quick. That's how the world is. It glorifies the thing and the benefits of something so much. But when it's time for the side effects, they're not going to really tell you what the side effects are. That's what I want y'all to understand. The world is always going to glorify something to the point where once you get it, you're going to be like, man, they didn't tell me this part. The world always going to tell you need something. It always going to tell you, hey, if you get your body done, you're going to look this way. What about all the women who got their body done and died due to that? There's a woman in Brazil. She was getting fat taken out her knee. She was getting the fat taken out of her knee. And she passed away. They said they was taking the fat out of her knee, and I guess a blood clot shot up the wrong way. It went to her heart, stopped the heart, and she died. I mean, she was unalive. The world never tells you the consequences. They only tell you the rewards, but they never tell you the consequences, man, behind it. They never tell you the consequences behind it. And that's what I want y'all to understand today, that anything the world is trying to teach you and show you, it always has consequences. It has results that they will never tell you. All right? So that's what we're doing today. Like I said, we just locked in, folks. I just felt like I needed to speak to everybody and tell everybody what's really going on out here today, and really see what's going on. What it say? Okay, blood locked in. Spirit was telling me to stop, dropping weight, but I was ready to go ahead. Full screen. God bless. I needed it this morning. Facts, bro. For real, bro. Free. Maybe she meant love herself. God wants us to live. At the end of the day, man, we truly got to understand that the things that this world is promising us and wants to give us, the outcome of it isn't what we think it is. And we could spend our whole life chasing something, man, then at the end of it, we'd be like, man, what was I thinking? What was I doing? But I'm not going to say it's too late, but in reality, it'd be like, man. The other day I was at the park just dribbling the ball, and I thought, man, if I could go back to being a kid again, a lot of things that I thought that I needed and wanted. Yeah, Moses Ingram is my cash app. Yes, that's me. Yeah, like I said, appreciate everybody. Quail sent me a cash app. I appreciate everybody who sent a cash app. Jonathan sent a cash app to me. Nordia sent a cash app to me as well. I appreciate everybody sending donations to me. Like I said, any money that I'm getting, I'm just going to put it towards shooting some films. The Spirit put inside myself to shoot films. Who that was you? That was you, Virgo, sent me the money? I appreciate you sending me that money. Any money I get, whether it's $1, $5, $10, whatever y'all send me, is going to go towards putting films together, faith-based films. You know, films that's going to allow people to see the same way I'm life coaching and talking. These films are going to give lessons to people in life, and that's what the Spirit laid on my heart to do. Put these films out here and really just entertain people, but give them lessons and life lessons and teachings as well. I also have a non-profit organization where if you donate, I also could send you a, once we put the forms together, I can send you a form where you can have these to write off on your taxes. So anybody who want to give and you know that you want it tax exempt, I have access to a non-profit organization, and we can do work from there. But like I said, the lust of this world will constantly allow you to be in positions. Oh, Linda, I appreciate it. Okay, I appreciate you, Linda. I pray God bless you. I pray that God bless you. Linda just sent a donation. That's love right there, Linda. I appreciate that. God is good. And like I said, I appreciate everybody out there who could donate. If you can donate, if you can't donate, it's fine. I just want you, if you can't give money, just give a prayer to me. But if you can't give a prayer to me, just forward this live to your friends and your family. Let them see this so they can be touched, they can be healed. And I want, like I said, when I get these movies, Linda, blessing, God, glory to God, yes, blessing. When these movies come out, I already got a contract with Tubi. So once these movies are done, I could put them on Tubi, get them out there, put them where they need to be, and affect the world through entertainment. And affect the world and change the world through that. And that's what that's what God led in my heart to do. And I appreciate anybody who blessing me with that, you know. So at the end of the day, anybody who listening, I really want y'all to understand that lust of this world will cause you to constantly be on the treadmill. You know, when you're on that treadmill, you're running, you're spending a lot of energy, but you're not going nowhere. You're running. I was on the treadmill yesterday, running, walking, giving a lot of energy, but I'm in the same place I was when I started. That's what lust to get you. You want something so bad that you're gonna lose the exact thing that you've been searching for. That's right, Chris. Hey, bless up, Chris. It's gonna be a positive and righteous entertainment that I'm doing. It's called REALIGION Films. I got it going on. I got a short film out right now on YouTube. Y'all check it out. It's called Delicious the Movie. Just put in Delicious the Movie and put SCAR TEFILH, my name. You're going to see it on YouTube. And I got a film on the way called Baller Boys. That's like a little short briefing of, you know, my life and things I encountered. I got another film on the way called Silent Vengeance. I got another one called Voodoo Bees. I got a few films that I'm working on right now. And like I said, I just really want to utilize what I have to spread God's word. And like I said, we also nonprofit, so you got a sizable amount of donation you want to give. You can give it, and I can give you a tax receipt, and we can go ahead and go from there. But like I said, enough about all the giving. I want y'all to take time out and give to yourself too. Stop giving everything you got to other people and give to yourself. Spend the time that you have in your life focusing on building your mental health and making yourself strong. I don't want you to break down and get weak every time things go haywire in your life. I want you to build your faith so strong that even when that storm was rocking, when Jesus was in that boat and that storm was rocking that boat, he still fell asleep. I want us to have that same kind of faith and calmness and peace when these storms arise in our life, that we still had the peace that Jesus had in the storm in that boat. All right. Blessings and love, everybody. Like I said, we tuned in, turned up. I try to come in and speak life to everybody out there listening. I pray that everybody really take the time out to understand that lust the lust. Remember, lust is L-U-S-T. And remember, lost is L-O-S-T. And list is L-I-S-T. So remember, lust, list, and lost. It's only one letter difference in each of those words. What I said earlier, list is L-I-S-T. Lost is L-O-S-T. Lust is L-U-S-T. I-O-U. Lust will leave you with an I-O-U at the end of this life, boy. List, L-I-S-T. Lost, L-O-S-T. Lust, L-U-S-T. Lust will leave you with an I-O-U at the end of this life, which means everything you've been chasing due to the lust of your eyes. Lust isn't just sex now. Lust isn't just body. Lust is everything you have desired that the world told you that you needed. Everything that you wanted in life will leave you with an I-O-U at the end of your life. You will never obtain the things that the world is telling you that you need, chasing the things that they tell you that you need. You'll never get it. I don't care how much success the world tell you can get, how much money the world tell you can get. Hey, Jamie, I appreciate the subscription. I don't tell you how much fame they say you can get, you'll never get it, boy. Never get it. The only thing that is eternal and permanent is the promises of God. That is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, meekness, faith, and self-control. Those are the only things you can really obtain in this life before you leave it. Because if you chase anything that the world has showed you physically, financially, sexually, or pridefully, you'll never obtain it. It's going to be a constant race to get more, or just to keep what you got. All right, remember, lust, lost, list will leave you with an IOU. I don't want us to walk in lust. I want to walk in understanding and love yourself enough to sometimes take a break. Love yourself enough to sometimes say no. Love yourself to understand that God is in control of your kids and stop using your kids as an excuse. Stop putting so much time and energy into your child. Stop putting so much time and energy into your job. Stop putting so much time and energy into your body. I see people, there's a scripture in the Bible where it says people work out so much. People work out their body so much, but it really does them no good. Because I've seen healthy people in shape, 6 packs and all, die of heart attacks, pass away due to heart attacks. And I've seen people who don't work out live to be 100 years old. So the scripture was saying that working out your physical body does you some good, but it really does you no good. But working out your spiritual and mental body helps you in every aspect of your life. Think about it. You could be physically fit and still pass away. But if you're mentally in shape, mentally strong, that disease that you have, you can research it and learn how to overcome it. The society puts so much emphasis on your physical body. This is what lust is, things that you see. They put so much focus and so much attention on your physical body, your finances, that they don't tell you that the most important thing in life is being healthy, spiritually, mentally, and physically, and emotionally. They don't tell you those things. Like me, I take my vitamins. You understand me? I take my magnesium. I take my vitamins. It's good for you. The magnesium is good for you. But what use is it if I'm taking vitamins, but mentally I'm still depressed? What good use is if I'm in the gym every day, getting big, being swole, looking good, but mentally I'm depressed? What good is it that you look good in that dress? You look good, your body looking right in the dress and them clothes. You're on Instagram showing your body, taking pictures to the side. That killed me. Out of all the poses you could take, baby girl, you want to stand from the side? Come on, man. That's the, you know. I used to like them kind of pictures, but now I put ignore. I put hide this real from me, Lord. Hide it, Lord. Out of all the poses you could take, you take a picture from the side to show your backside. Don't you understand that when you're on your deathbed, none of them pictures gonna matter. When you're on your unalive bed, none of them posts or pictures gonna even matter anymore. You're gonna be like in somebody's mind 1 minute, go on the next. So I'm just here today to tell you, man, focus more on the things that God has for you. Jamie, blessings on the day. Enjoy your day. Bless and share it, subscribe, share it. Everybody looking, subscribe, follow, share it. If you can't bless the Cash App, you can't send any money, it's good. I appreciate everybody who sent it today. John, Quell, Linda, I appreciate everybody who sent the Cash App. Like I said, we got a lot of things coming. We got a lot of movies coming. We got a lot of entertainment coming, music, albums coming. And all these things are going to be meant to build the kingdom of God and help people. Because if you watch the movies nowadays, it's all built to build anxiety to you. It's all built to have you thinking about things that's not beneficial to even the music. It's building anxiety. The music is constantly making you look at yourself. You look at Instagram, you look at TikTok. It's all designed to make you look at yourself, to tell yourself you're not good enough. If you think about it, like all the popular people, all the people who get in the views, the shares, the likes, and all these people look a certain way. These people act a certain way. These people drive a certain thing. These people wear a certain thing. Like, end of the day, I'll wear what I want to wear. So this is what we have to do. This is what God put in my heart to do, to create an entertainment, content, movies, and music to help you look into yourself, to be proud of yourself, be proud of who you are, be proud of how far you came, learn from your mistakes, learn from other people's mistakes, and stop allowing the world to make you look like you're less than. And this is what I want y'all to clearly focus on today. Stop allowing the lust of your eyes to overtake the destiny in your heart. Stop allowing the lust of your eyes to overtake the focus in your heart and your mind. All right, so we locked in, tuned in, turned up, man. Everybody tapped in today. I appreciate everybody tapped in today. It's a word today I just felt like I needed to touch on, because a lot of people only, it says something about a good diet, more protein, less carbs, and exercise that make you feel better, better self-esteem. Yeah, Chris, you're right, but it's a lot of people who eat protein and don't take carbs and exercise, and they depressed too. It's a lot of people who look good, but they don't feel good. If you go back to my page, and my Instagram, my TikTok, you'll see me on there. And when I was on there, I was ripped. I had like a 4.5 pack, not a 6-pack. Had like a 4.5, 4.3 pack, and I had, my muscles were strong. Blessing, Rashida, bless. I was strong, muscles strong. I was looking, my 4.5, my 4.3 pack, and I was looking buff. But that was the worst part, the worst time in my life, health-wise. I was in the hospital, in and out. But looking at me, you would think I hit the gym every day. I was smoking 10, 20 joints a day. You got a 2-pack currently. Yeah, you got a 2-pack. That's right. Buy one, get one free, baby. But I was smoking every day. I was that's the worst place I've been in my life at that point of time. Rashida in the building. That's the worst point of time in my life mentally I ever been in. But looking at me, you would swear up and down that this man is in shape. This man look good. This man ripped up. This man this, this man that. But come to find out, that's the worst I ever been in my life. So that's what I'm telling you. Stop judging things by what you see with your eyes. Because things you see with your eyes really isn't what it really is. That's why today I'm telling y'all that lust isn't necessarily a sexual thing. Lust is everything that your eyes is telling you that you need and desire. That's what lust is. And I'm telling you that lust, I'm going to keep telling y'all this. Hey, Chris, you already know depression is real. I'm telling you, lust will lead you to be lost and will lead you to creating a list of things you need to try to, that you want to achieve. Your life contains themes that some find uncomfortable and have been restricted. Regulated good content. What is this talking about? Man, TikTok. I don't. TikTok is funny, man. They just sent me 2 restrictions. I don't know what they talking about. But anyway, like I said, that's what lust is, y'all. If y'all still tapped in, make sure y'all follow me on YouTube because, like I said, TikTok, back trip. My YouTube is at SCAR Tefilah. Some trigger words probably of somebody hating. TikTok been doing too. I don't understand what trigger words I say. I didn't say anything crazy. I don't know. But y'all follow me on YouTube at SCAR Tefilah. Because I don't know if TikTok gonna let, I don't know if they gonna got me restricted for how long, but I don't know. But either way, it don't even matter to me, honestly, because like I said, we're gonna make these movies. We're gonna do what we gotta do. We're not gonna let nothing stop us. We're not gonna let nothing hold us back. We're gonna keep pushing forward. And see, back in the day, I would have just said, had a few choice words for TikTok. But TikTok, I appreciate everything you have done, allowed me to do. And one day, I'm gonna have my own TikTok. How about that? I'm gonna put my own content out there. Yeah. And I'm gonna make a decision who gonna be liked and who gonna be top and who gonna, yeah, that's right. That's straight up. So we locked in every day. We tuned in, turned up. We not allowing, you already know, Rashida, we already know. 504, you already know. One day it's gonna be serious too, right? Talking about TikTok, I'm gonna name mine Tic Tac. Cause that's all y'all do. Y'all with them Tic Tac fouls. Y'all like you know the referees always calling them little fouls when you playing basketball, football. That's all y'all do. Y'all try to find things because y'all don't want people to be helped. And that's the problem with this world. Y'all chasing somebody. It's funny to me because we regulate ourselves. You went to Sunday, sir. Angel, yeah, man, Sunday. Nah, Angel, I didn't go to Sunday service. I don't go to church. This is my moment for God right here every Sunday. This is what God chose me to do, to be here and talk to y'all. But you know, it's funny with TikTok and with all these things, we regulate our lives based upon things and people who don't want to see us doing better. That's the funny thing. We regulate our lives based upon a society standard that doesn't want to see us succeed. That's the funny thing about this thing. We follow guidelines by people who want to see us destroyed. The standard I set for my life is a standard set by a bunch of people that want to see me destroyed. I got to look a certain way. I got to be a certain way. I got to have a certain thing in order to be accepted by these people who ultimately want to see me destroyed. Like, I don't watch TikTok lives. People on there cursing, women showing their bodies, men showing their bodies, and they still allowed to be searched and seen. But soon as somebody says something that's trying to enlighten somebody and guide somebody, they get restricted, they get turned off. So because of the lust of our flesh, we want to follow the guidelines and the restrictions and the standards set by a bunch of people who is trying to destroy us, instead of following the guidelines that may seem a little less popular, but is more productive in our lives. So today I want to continue to allow y'all to focus. And one monkey don't start no show. And we gonna keep going. And we're going to keep pushing. And the lust, and like I said, ambition becomes lust when you're willing to give up everything you currently have to get something that you never had. Blessing and love. Like I said, everybody tap in with me every Sunday, 10 to 11 on our way to heaven. We've been doing 10 to 12 lately because some people need to hear what's going on, take the time out. I appreciate everybody who donated today, who sent the money in. John, Joseph, I had Quill, I think Virgo, that was you. I think Virgo sent me a blessing. And Linda, I appreciate you sending me that financial blessing today. Like I said, any money, any proceeds sent my way will go towards creating movies, entertainment, music, whatever it is we need to do to allow ourselves to reach people and help people with their mental health. Because that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing for the rest of our lives. We're helping people mentally. And I want y'all to keep helping y'all brothers and sisters. And if y'all don't believe in shadow banning, I'm telling y'all, it's real. I'm trying to tell you, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you seeking the acceptance of this world, you will constantly fall short. So, all right, Beauty Plus, man, have a great day. Beauty Plus, make sure you don't live your life based on lust. Because remember, living life on lust gonna leave you with an IOU at the end. Chasing something you never thought was there. Chasing something you thought was there. When you get there, you'll never think it wasn't there. Until you get there, then you realize, man, I've been doing all this to get this. And once you got it, you realize, man, this ain't nothing this is not what I desired. So yes, let's tune in, turn up every Sunday. Y'all subscribe. Y'all go to the YouTube. Y'all check me out on YouTube at SCAR Selah. That's at SCAR, SCAR, SELAH. Y'all, the same thing on my it's on my podcast. That's Religion, Strokesurvivor Sundays. And that's right, Beauty. Learned that a long time ago. I'm trying to tell you, man, chasing things what the world tell you need, boy, at the end is destruction. The scripture says there's a way that seems right to a man. There's a way that seems right to people, but at the end, it's all destruction. All right. So we tuned in, turn up every Wednesday, every Sunday, 10 to 12, 10 to 11 on our way to heaven, and 11 to 12 we ain't going to hell. Straight up. All right. So tap in with me. I pray that TikTok let me get back on live next week. And if they don't, y'all go to YouTube, follow me at SCAR Selah on YouTube, and y'all just tap in with me every Sunday. Let's get it. Don't